respected audience from across the nation. I am Divya Karuza, the energy and commodities journalist at the Jakarta Post, your host for today's iteration of the SHIMIZU Premium Interview. In today's interview, we will engage in an insightful discussion with integral business figures who have been contributing to Indonesia's development. First, let me introduce Mr. Akiyama Kohei, Chief Representative of SHIMIZU Corporation Jakarta office. SHIMIZU Corporation was founded in 1804 in Japan and has been striving to exceed clients' expectations by providing a value for 219 years. Today, SHIMIZU is known for its cutting-edge and innovative technology and progressive management in construction businesses. In addition to that, SHIMIZU has been engaging in 4 main non-construction businesses lately, including real estate development, engineering, life cycle valuation, and emerging frontier businesses. Today, Mr. Akiyama will tell us about SHIMIZU's collaboration with Mr. Hanafi and his father, as well as Surya Toto headquarter building project. How are you doing today, Mr. Akiyama?
Thank you very much for your introduction. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Let's now give a hearty welcome to Mr. Hanafi Atmadiredja, Surya Toto's current president director. Mr. Hanafi has been leading the company for around a decade. And now we will be hearing more about Surya Toto's journey, vision, and how the company will evolve alongside Indonesia. Welcome, Mr. Hanafi. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, I would like to delve deeper into Surya Toto headquarter building project. So, SHIMIZU constructed this building, and SHIMIZU's group company Field 4 Design Office designed the interior, especially the entrance and the showrooms as well. Can you tell us more about this project?
I need to look back around 45 years ago. Our former SHIMIZU senior engineers started a business deal with Hanafi-san's great father. And over the years we have strengthened mutual trust by exceeding each other's expectations through the several projects in Jakarta and sometime in Bali. Coming back 2016, SHIMIZU Indonesia had a great occasion from Surya Toto to work together with them about this TOTO headquarter project. I want to highlight 2 points. One is about a facade. This outside of the building we call a facade. Technically speaking, facade system consists of several types of the fin. So especially down the part wavy fin is outside there. Represented water was the hardest part to construct. We SHIMIZU Corporation could solve many technical issues based on our many experience in the Jakarta high-rise projects. I want to highlight in the entrance area with a big escalator zone. But Hanafi and his great father request me Surya Toto new showroom, gonna be #1 showroom in Indonesia. So follow that client object, we bringing SHIMIZU Group interior design company from Japan is a Field 4 interior design office. Field 4 did a design, so presents cool and refreshing atmosphere as TOTO's corporate blue color mentioned it. So another challenging part is about 30 meters height of the atrium space. Escalator will go through it. We need to set up super high scaffolding at the construction time. Highlight point, construction period need to be in time for a great opening ceremony for this building. Our project team, Surya Toto's owners team, collaborate together well, and sometimes President Director Hanafi-san oftenly coming to the site even in the middle of the night to check with SHIMIZU together about the progress And even I still clearly remember the episode, just the previous day of the great opening ceremony of this building. Hanafi-san and the Shimizu team are working late until midnight to clean up building for the great opening. I still clearly remember, yes.
Thank you so much. Mr. Hanafi, do you have any thoughts about that?
Shimizu is known as one of the biggest building construction company in Japan. So it's natural that our line of business is building material. So they use our products from in Japan. So we would like to extend the same service for them here in Indonesia. And naturally, when we want to build our new office building and showroom, so the first person we talked to was Shimizu to trust to build this building for us.
Now, I would like to ask Mr. Hanafi about Surya Toto's journey and mission in Indonesia. Can you tell us a little bit about the important developments that your company has gone through, and what are Surya Toto's goals in the country? Can you also explain how the company expanded into Indonesia in the first place?
Thank you very much, Mr. Akiyama-san, for building this showroom. This new showroom is the sales company has been here. We have been selling Toto for 50 years plus, 55 years. We think it's time to take the next step in Indonesia. That's why we built this showroom. Toto is a Japanese company. We are known for the toilet, but actually there's a lot that goes on inside the toilet, the construction, the technology inside. That's why we built this showroom. This showroom, it's very complex, but it's our dream to build it, to bring some Japanese craftsmanship here. The most important thing is we want the customer to come here and experience our brand. So not just see the toilet, but experience what's inside of it, learn about technology. That's why we built a very complex showroom in the technical center. Please visit. I think you have a great time here. And the company actually started 55 years ago. We started by my father. He started selling Toto in Pinangsia, and the street is still there now, still selling building material. For 10 years, he's been selling Toto, and then after that, the sales was pretty good. And then finally, it comes time, where building a factory is feasible. So we went to Japan and invited them to come here. So we are actually the first outside Japan production point that Toto made, with my father and his cousin back then. So we started in Tangerang. Last time it's outside Jakarta. Now it has become part of Greater Jakarta with the expressway and so on. So that shows you how much Jakarta has grown over the years. Over these 40 years. So our factory has grown from one small point. Now we own 3 factories in Tangerang and 1 in Surabaya. From 100 employees, now we employ 5,000 employees. And it has been going according to plan. Indonesia has been growing by leaps and bounds also. So as you know, we are the 4th most populous nation in the world. So the market is there. But most important thing is hygiene and sanitation is actually very important to a country. Besides the sales, we would like to actually upgrade the standard of living for everyone in Indonesia. If back then we made only one toilet model from Japan, maybe most of the population cannot afford it. Now with mass production and local R&D, we have made a lot of locally made product that fits the population. So hopefully more and more people I think can afford our toilets now. Now we are selling over 200 different types of toilets. So that's our most important mission actually, to better the standard of living for every Indonesian.
Okay, thank you so much for the remarkable response, Mr. Hanafi. So now both of you have had an extensive international working experience, carrying out your careers in different countries before starting your tenure here in Indonesia. So in that context, what do you think are some of the benefits of working in different countries and cultures? Perhaps Mr. Akiyama or Mr. Hanafi?
Yeah, actually, I think most memorable, I worked in Japan for 3 years in TOTO as a normal staff. So actually, I worked in the factory. I learned how to build the toilets, how to work as a normal employee in Japan, and went from factory to sales to marketing. So I think it's a good experience. You can learn a lot, I think. But in Japan, you learn how everybody is like very honest and very sincere about their work. Japanese are very, it's very passionate about their work. And consistency and everything.
Thank you, Mr. Hanafi. What about you, Mr. Akiyama? Do you have something to share about the issue?
Okay, totally. I have a 21 years overseas working experience, like in Malaysia, Africa, several countries, and come back to Malaysia again, and Singapore, and here Indonesia, Jakarta, already past 10 years. In my experience overseas, I learned a lot from each country, but like Hanafi-san, I need to focus in Indonesia. I love Indonesian people, Indonesian culture, but I mostly addicted into the possibility of Indonesia itself. Still, of course, Indonesia is a great country, but in terms of business, still there is a lot of potential with Indonesian good nature of the people. So Indonesia is, I always admire and respect the country and the people.
Taking from both your experiences, specifically in Japan, Indonesia, what do you think each country can learn from each other?
I think there's a lot you can learn. Like Japan is known as one of the safest countries in the world. So what makes the country safe is not the police or anything, it's actually the people. Yeah, if you go to Japan, I know it's also one of the most visited countries by Indonesians. So I'm sure a lot of Indonesians, when they know when you go to Japan, you feel safe and you can trust all the people. You have a great time there. So same thing with the business. I myself have worked with my Japanese partner, my whole family for 40 years. Me myself maybe 20 years. Working with Japanese like Akiyama-san, like Shimizu. We can. I feel safe and you can trust them, and I can focus on just growing the business with them, instead of other things. So I think that's a really great feeling and good motivation to work with the Japanese overall.
From decades of working internationally, perhaps both Mr. Akiyama-san and Mr. Hanafi can give a brief message to the youths who are aspiring to work internationally.
I'm still struggling to work well globally. I'm studying still well, but let's say how positiveness and the challenging spirit is one of the key words, I believe, globally, how we work. Right? And once we start to challenge anything, so it become experience for ourselves. So experience, I always think, somebody's experience we cannot buy, right? Even good experience or bad experience. So, and after that, we better to have a confidence in our own experience. So challenging, have an experience, and have a confidence in own experience. This is an important thing. We need to have a passion, warm heart with a cool head. So something like such a balance. Also, we need to be global. Yes, I believe.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akiyama. And what about you, Mr. Hanafi?
If you're young, number one is, of course, it's a time you can challenge yourself to try everything while you're young, but most importantly, I think it's been said a lot of times before, you heard it before. Sometimes when you find work, money is not everything. most important is do what you like. If you do what you like, everything else comes naturally. Honesty, passion, motivation, everything will come naturally. So you'll do your best work when you like what you're doing. Be honest, be sincere with other people. I think that's very important when you're working.
Thank you so much for your stories, Mr. Hanafi and Mr. Akiyama. I'm sure that your perspectives can be useful for the younger generations who wish to work globally. Moving on, I would like to ask about the future. So what can we expect from your partnership going forward? What do you wish each other will create in the near future?
We, Shimizu Corporation, as master builder, we would like to continue to be trusted partner with Hanafi-san and Surya Toto, Indonesia, in terms of design, construction, and sometimes investment. So I really hope that our partnership will only get stronger as time goes by.
Thank you so much. And Mr. Hanafi?
Yes, thank you, Akiyama-san. I see Shimizu from last time they are working in only commercial building. Now they go to residential, and now they are building infrastructure. They give us the MRT. So I hope Shimizu will continue to work together with Indonesia as a whole, improve the Indonesian country. Yeah. So of course, when as you build more and more, we would like to continue to be your partner in the building material.
I'm so much appreciated by Hanafi-san's comment. Like he said, we are doing now not only a building, construct a building, factory, infrastructure project like MRT, big project in the town. So in future, Shimizu want to keep on the essential corporation company for Surya Toto, Hanafi, and the Indonesian country and the people.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akiyama. As we end this session, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our outstanding guests, Mr. Hanafi Atmadiredja and Mr. Akiyama Kohei, for their essential contributions in today's interview. Thank you so much for both of your time. To our viewers, we appreciate you joining us on this journey of discovery and education. We hope that this interview has helped you better appreciate the role that these companies has played in the future of Indonesia and learn a thing or two about working globally. Never forget that every discussion offers a chance for learning and development. Let's keep engaging in conversation, asking questions, and hopefully continually learning. I am Divya Kariza signing off from today's edition of the SHIMIZU Premium Interview. Goodbye and see you again.